Why Venus of Earth? Well, to be honest, it's a statement in my meat suit as well as my mind. I've been told quite a few times over the course of my life that my body shape reminds them of Venus of Willendorf. I'm Australian, but I feel the ancestral alignment all over this beautiful planet that we're blessed to call home, Earth. So, if you feel so inclined, and it's authentically aligned with your highest will and good, press the thumbs up button, give my socials a subscribe, follow, sit back, tap in, and enjoy this video. Hello beautiful beings of all colours, shapes, sizes and walks of life. My name is Venus Jade and I'm an artist, holistic wellness coach, energy worker, Thana doula, witch and multidimensional goblin fae hybrid in the form of a human. Welcome to this video. I hope there's something transformative or validating for you to use on your journey of realization, expansion and wholeness. Mani Padme. My cat Basil says hello too. Basil, come here. What are you doing? You're having a sing. Come here. You want to sing for everybody. My big beautiful panther loves singing, particularly when I'm trying to do something. What do you need, Basil? You're good. It's good. On that gorgeous note, today I'm talking to you about human bioluminescence. Heard me correctly. Anyone who knows me IRL knows that I love anything that sparkles, glows, iridesces or glimmers. I use UV reactive colours in my visual artwork. I have UV reactive colours on my nails and hair as often as I can. One of my favourite recent memories was visiting a colony of glowworms in an abandoned train tunnel. Very cool. I danced to heavy bass in darkness, lit with only coloured and UV lighting. I think it's safe to say that I'm someone who cultivates the glow wherever possible. For many years, I've kind of half-joked about evolving to become bioluminescent. I'm not joking anymore. More on that later in another video though. A Japanese study from 2009 shows that we do in fact emit a level of bioluminescent light. Scientists from Tohoku Institute of Technology conducted a study on 5 volunteers over the course of 3 days, from 10 AM to 10 PM. Masaki Kobayashi used ultra-sensitive cameras to photograph the volunteers every 3 hours. They weren't kept in darkness for the entire study, but Kobayashi was able to determine that he could suppress the glow through breaking up and disrupting the sleep patterns of the volunteers, keeping them in lit up environments for extended periods, etc., and that the internal body clock impacts our ability to glow. Disrupted sleep without the darkness can dim the light. The glow is strongest at about 4 PM and is most prevalent on the facial areas. It gets dimmer the later in the evening it gets. I guess it's no coincidence that may also be the time of the day I've most often heard people say to each other that they're glowing. I personally had a recent uptick in receiving that kind of feedback, and it coincides with the level of energetic work. The glow is apparently 1,000 times weaker than it is perceptible to the human eye, but can other animals perceive it? Maybe it's possible with a higher UV spectrum in their vision, like creatures such as the mantis shrimp or the butterfly or even birds. These pictures might look similar to infrared photography, but the glow is not body heat. Infrared cameras show the hot parts of the body, but these pictures that Kobayashi took showed photons lighting up. Scientists at Tohoku postulated the participants' head glowed the most because the top parts of the body are the most exposed to sunlight, affecting the melanin inside the skin and triggering the glow to react stronger in that area. They were able to hypothesize that animal bioluminescence is attached to metabolic rates. The researchers suggest that the glow could be linked to the body's biological clock. So, in the late afternoon, when we're burning the most energy, we glow the brightest. Kobayashi thinks that the glow is caused by a chemical reaction caused by free radicals. Free radicals are atoms or molecules that have an isolated or lone electron. This is important because electrons usually come in pairs, but in free radicals, it's just the one. Free radicals are highly reactive in nature and can set off a series of energetic chemical reactions. The glow is created when the reactions include fluorophores, which are molecules that give off photons when they shift from a high energy or excited state to a low energy or grounded state. These excited molecules then interact with the fluorophores, and then you're actually glowing. During the research I did for this content, courtesy of Answers with Joe, I learnt that there have been a few documented cases of glowing humans. Ever heard of the Battle of Shiloh? The Battle of Shiloh in April 6th and 7th of 1862, also known as the Battle of Pittsburgh Landing, was an American Civil War battle which birthed an illuminating concept. There were reports of wounds which would glow blue, and the survival rate of victims with the glowing blue wounds was noticeably higher. It was considered divine intervention and referred to as angel's glow. 140 years later, a high school student named Bill Martin learnt that a bioluminescent bacteria called Bioluminescence, which lives on a kind of nematode that would have been found in the environment where the battle took place, could have played a large part in the angel's glow, as Bioluminescence contained another kind of bacteria which kills and ingests other forms of bacteria. There's a chance that Bioluminescence could have helped play a part to stave off infection. In 1869, the magazine English Mechanic received a letter which received an account of a woman who experienced a glowing big toe. Apparently it began to glow so brightly that she saw it from beneath her bed covering. The letter stated as follows: rubbing increased the phosphorescent glow and it spread to her foot. Fumes were also given off, making the room disagreeable, and both lights and fumes continued when the foot was held in a basin of water. Even washing it with soap could not dim the toe. It lasted for 3/4 of an hour before fading away and was witnessed by her husband. There's the 1934 case of Signora Anna Morano, or the glowing woman of Picano. Anna began producing a bright blue glow
from her chest area.
It was witnessed by several doctors, and they postulated it could be similar to the angel's glow. How prevalent really is Bioluminescence? Factors such as Bioluminescence could mean some truly amazing things for the advancement of medicine and technology. Think advancement of imaging technologies, the ability to illuminate cancer cells within these imaging technologies, further medical research which could teach us more about who we are and what we're capable of creating. After all, the 2009 study only had 5 participants who were all Japanese males, healthy and in their 20s. Drug discovery and development such as advancements in antibiotics, gene therapy and molecular biology, infestation and immunology research, that sort of thing. I'm sure the list is even more extensive, but you get the picture. Scientists think that because human bioluminescence is weak enough to be imperceptible to us, that it means no other animals can perceive it either. I call that into question. I think it might be possible that we might be able to cultivate bioluminescence. I feel like other animals might be able to sense it, and I think it might be an important part of the collective and individual human expansion and evolution. And I'm not just talking auras. I think it's important for cultivation of energy. I think because my roles in holistic wellness coaching and energy work such as the embodied I Ching, Qigong, Reiki, animal energy healing, etc., I think this could be important in some way. I'm excited to see how bioluminescence in general helps to shape technology for us all on Earth in the future. I'm even more excited to see what human bioluminescence will do for us as citizens and children of the Earth. Pachamama, Gaia, whatever name you have for our beautiful home. I think it'll mean big things for health, well-being, communication, aesthetic, and spirituality. Let's all work together to make this world a deeply loving and beautiful place. Sometimes the brightest, most beautiful glow comes from the darkest of places. Instead of falling victim to the stress, poverty, war, fear, worker programming, consumer programming, I want to every day cultivate the glow within myself so I can project it outwards into the world. Be the light, not just bear it. Embody the glow. I hope that others feel called to follow me into the dark places, so we may glow beyond comprehension. Even if at first it seems scary, fortune really does favour the brave. We are the change, and we can change the world. Hello. It's the heady. It's the heady. She's hecking. She needs the heck. No, she wants the pets. Now that you're with me to the end, this isn't a paid ad or anything, but if you could stay with me for a bit of a story, I would really appreciate it. I practice something I briefly mentioned before called the embodied I Ching. During January 25, I did a 4-week health and energy healing course with them for free. That's right, you heard me, free. It's not very often these days that you get anything for free. Most of the time it can be too good to be true. This wasn't, somehow. It was absolutely life-changing for me. It was so worth investing what time and energy I could into the course, because it didn't take long before it began completely transforming my life. I felt less fatigued. That's absolutely massive for someone diagnosed with the conditions I've been diagnosed with. I was more able to use my body and my mind, feel like they had some kind of connection. Less brain fog after years of feeling stagnant and stressed and just sitting in place, feeling like I couldn't make decisions. I'm now able to clearly realize who I am, what I'm doing, why I'm here, how I need to do it, and without the fear, completely sans fear. It's kind of amazing. With perfect self-love and trust of the process, doing the work, the inner work. The outer work kind of just seems to happen when you're doing the inner work, to be honest with you. For me, it all just seemed to fall into place, like the universe just opened up for me. And I hope it does for you too. It was a 4-week course in total, with a live Zoom call every week. But don't worry, if you can't make one, there's always the replays. I think because they've just started the next 4-week course on February 24th, you've got some time to think about it and get in touch with Ryan and Crystal at the Embodied I Ching before the next offering begins. Go to www.embodiediching.com for more details. Thank you for being here with me today, for sharing all of this beautiful time on this earth together. You're amazing. Have a sacred life. Till next time.